Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Mike Marlboro, Wallet Reset, and I'm coming to you today, phone in hand, to tell you guys about what to do when you face adversity. All right, so before I even get started, I want y'all to like this video, because if you knew what I went through today, to just make sure that you guys get a video, like just to make sure that a video got put out. Just give me a like for that, period. All right, so first, let me go ahead and tell you guys about what happened today. And I'm not complaining, obviously. I'm not a complainer. I don't enjoy being around complainers, so I'm not going to complain to you. I feel like you should always be the person who is seeking solutions so that you can get over every problem you have. And ultimately, what good is complaining, because that doesn't reveal the solution. But I will tell you the process of what caused me to make this video, which is what I'm going to do now. So after I got off of work today, I immediately came home. Me and my girlfriend are working on a business for her to get started, hopefully within the next few days. And after that's actually started, I'm going to give you guys some input on what our results are and stuff like that. But for now, I'm keeping it under wrap. Excuse me. So I was working on that site. We went to singing practice for Mariah, her daughter. And when we got back, I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and get my video knocked out. I came in here to do the video. And the video was actually going to be a tutorial to walk people through how to do target market research so that they can figure out what they need to know in order to decide what products to sell, so on and so forth. Everything that I taught you guys in yesterday's video, this was going to start you down the path of actually getting started so that you don't have to sit and be like, well, what do I do? And so anyway, I recorded that video, and at first I was going to record it on my computer, which is, let me just show you guys, this blue computer right there, right? And then what happens is I get ready to record, and I realize, like, oh, I can't record on this because, as you guys can see, I have a hard drive that is attached to that. And I have several different ways that I have to record a video if I'm going to do a tutorial. And long story short, it's just, there's so many different steps to doing it that I was like, okay, well, let me just do it on my girlfriend's video or camera, or my girlfriend's laptop. She has an Apple laptop, has QuickTime. I can record that, save it, and, you know, publish it directly. I don't have to go through several different steps to get to just publish. So I record an awesome video. This is about a 30-minute just walkthrough tutorial of how to do target market research. And I get done, I, end the video and starts doing the little finishing thing. And as it's doing that, I start to do, research. I'm like multitasking, doing other stuff. And after I'm done with my research, it takes me about 20 minutes to do, I go to name the video what I felt like was going to be the best keyword-driven headline, and then post it. And it was still loading 20 minutes later. So I was like, okay, well, let me just give it a little bit more time. It's a 30-minute video, whatever. I gave another maybe like 30, 45 minutes, and it's still just loading. That little circle is just moving. And so finally, I was like, okay, this isn't going to work. Let me do a video about this, about the fact that you're going to hit adversity, which is what I'm doing now. But the reason why I'm holding this in my hand is because it's actually attached to the charger. So normally I get home and I charge my phone so that by the time I get ready to do my video, it's charged. Today, I didn't do that. For whatever reason, I don't know. So my phone was not charged at all. what I ended up doing is I set up this tripod right here, and there's a lamp right here, right, so that I can have good lighting for you guys when I do this video. And I had it on the tripod, and my battery goes down to like 5%, which, as most of you guys know, as soon as your phone charge goes under 5%, the battery says, okay, well, we're going to preserve everything. We're going to shut down the video, shut down certain apps, and you can just wait or just let your phone die, right? And so I was like, oh man, so I got to charge it. Didn't have a charger port, like the piece that goes into the wall. Couldn't find a charger piece to go into the wall, and so I had to search through the house, finally found one, started making the video, and so that's where we are now. But I had to actually let it charge for about 10 minutes to get to the point where I could start to record. So as you can hear, this isn't like anything where, you know, the building blew up. I had to go, you know, I didn't have to do super huge amounts of things, right? But the problem was that there was these certain things that were inconvenienced, one after another, after another, after another. And this is something that I wanted to make a video about, because most of the time, a new business owner, somebody who's just starting their first business, these are things that can literally say, especially me in the past, right? I would have hit these little roadblocks, little bumps in the road, and I'd have been like, you know what? I'll just start again tomorrow, right? And it would have been that easy for me to just say, you know what? I'll just start again tomorrow with this tutorial. I'll re-record it tomorrow. But I've told you guys in many videos before that I'm on a 90-day challenge that I challenge myself to, and I'm very big on personal development, the growth mindset, and just holding yourself accountable. There's a lot of benefits to holding yourself accountable, even when no one else really cares. You know that you set the goal to do it, and when you don't follow through with something that you said you were going to do, even if nobody else cares, you broke trust with yourself. And so on some level, you start to doubt yourself, even if it's just this much. One little hint of doubt is enough that can creep in and create a mountain of doubt. So I try to always stick to my guns and follow through, even if I don't follow through the precise way that I said I was going to do it. Like, for example, I like to record these around 5 in the afternoon. Right now, because of all of this, it's about 9 o'clock at night. I started recording this at about 7:30ish, 8 o'clock. So yeah, well, that was the first video. So yeah, the whole thing is you're going to run into adversities. You're going to run into roadblocks. You're going to run into things that make you want to push things off and just say, okay, well, I meant to do it now, but I'll do it another time because I'm just tired, or I put so much effort into it and I don't feel like redoing this thing again, and so on and so forth. And I'm going to tell you this, is that the most important thing you can do when you face adversity is do not give up on failure. And when I say failure, I mean don't quit on yourself. Don't let yourself off the hook if you said, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. Now, sometimes if it's like a 12-hour thing, I would say this: at least start. At least get something started so that you're not starting from scratch. You start the next day with a little bit of momentum, and break it up into bite-sized pieces that you can handle. But if it's something like this, I'm doing a video and I'll probably be off in the next maybe 2 minutes. There's no real excuse for that. And so for me, yes, it was disappointing to go through having to restart and restart and restart. But at the end of the day, this is not something I can put off 5 or 10 years from now when I have like 150,000 followers that absolutely look forward to my content, that are always getting notifications, and they expect their notifications on a certain day or at a certain time, by a certain time every day. It's not acceptable for me to lower my standard and also lower the bar that I've set for myself. And that's what I'm going to urge for you to do is to be the type of person that says they're going to do something and follows through, not just for the people that you serve in your business, but for yourself. And hold yourself accountable and raise the bar on yourself. Don't be afraid to work hard. Don't be afraid to do the things that are maybe a little uncomfortable to do. Because at the end of the day, especially early on, you have to develop the habits. You have to develop the mindset. You have to develop you have to gain experience. And the only way to gain that experience and to develop that mindset and develop the habits of just pushing forward is just doing it. Now, I'll tell you one more story before I let you go. So when I first started doing this channel, I had so many things I wanted to accomplish. I had so many things that I wanted to do. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a video, just whenever. I'll do a video once every week. I'll do 4 videos once every week. And then I got to a point where I realized like I wasn't really following through. As you guys can see, if you look at like my very first videos, I did like 4 videos or maybe 6 or 8 videos in month 1. I think I did like 5 in month 2. And then month 3 was when I started the 90-day challenge. And so ultimately, man, a big part of what held me back for that first month is that I just allowed myself to feel like, okay, I don't want to do this on these days. I just want to do it on this day. I want to do it this way. And it was something that made it where instead of me having bite-sized chunks to do or like having a stair step to do, I really had like, okay, I'm not going to do anything and then a big chunk. Not going to do anything and then a big chunk. And if you can't handle that big chunk, then you're going to fall off, especially when you don't have the habits, because just the habit of doing what you're supposed to do or doing what you need to get done builds on itself. And as time goes on, these videos become easier. Like I can tell you right now, I've only done, I think this is day 37 or 38, somewhere close to 40 days of just, content after content. And a lot of these videos get a little bit of views. A lot of these videos get no views. Some of them have gotten a lot more views than I thought they would just starting out. But ultimately, it's not about the views. It's not about anything other than just making sure that I'm pushing myself. This is all it's about, is when adversity comes, you have to decide who you are. Adversity will make you either the strongest person that you will ever be, or it will make you cower in the corner and wait for somebody to save you. No one is going to give you the life that you want. You have to earn it and deserve it when you have it, or else you'll just throw it away. So anyway, that's it. This is Mike Marlboro signing off. Hopefully you guys appreciate this. I know that in the future, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when people go back and look at this video and they realize how important it is to push forward, especially where I'll be at that point, this is going to be something that is groundbreaking for someone. And hopefully it's you. Anyway, it's been Mike Marlboro. Been fun. Hopefully you guys got something out of that. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next video.